everyone. I hope you had a great festive holiday. It's good to see you again. It's Executive Chef Rafael Vallejo. We're back again in the kitchen. It's football season, so I'm thinking a lot about some food that we can make at home with some stuff that's around that that you don't have to go out to the street and get something, and you can sit down and eat and just enjoy the game. Okay, so this past week, a couple days ago, we have some stuff in the house. We had Thanksgiving, so with Thanksgiving being said, we had sweet potatoes was part of our ingredients at the house, and I have some left over. Also, I had some steak, and when I made my steak, I had some mushrooms left over. So I have a couple portobellos that I sliced up. Everybody has a piece of onion laying around the house in the fridge. You have it wrapped up in foil or plastic, however you do it. A little bit of cheese, a white cheese. I have some provolone today, so I got a few slices of that. And I pulled out of the freezer. I have some par-break bread that I'm gonna throw into the oven and finish off and get it nice and soft. So we're gonna make today, we're gonna make a Portabella Philly steak sandwich, and we're gonna make some sweet potato French fries. And this way I ain't gotta leave. I can stay here, enjoy the game, and I can make this pretty fast, okay? So we're gonna show you how to do that. First of all, I wanna knock out my sweet potatoes, and we're gonna go ahead and peel those, okay? All right, so we're back, and I'm gonna take my bread. I got my oven preheated at 350 degrees. I'm just gonna sit this in there for about 4 or 5 minutes, and it should be nice and crispy on the outside with some good color, and the inside's gonna be warm and soft. This is some French bread, okay? And we're gonna do that right now, so that way it's ready, and I'll give it some time to cool off while I do the rest of the stuff, okay? Here we go. And that's going. All right, in the meantime, we're gonna make fries. I have a mandolin that we use here so we have some consistency with the fries, but if you don't have one, this is what I typically do at the house. I cut me a straight edge, all right? And these don't have to be perfect, they're French fries. They're all gonna be random looking, all right? What I like to do is cut me 1/4 inch slices. And what I do is when I cut one edge, this is gonna roll around if you try to keep cutting it. So what I like to do is just plane one side so it'll sit still for you, okay? And then I discard those, keep the rest. And we got a little stack here, okay? Look at that, it's pretty easy, okay? Put that away. 1/4 inch, 1/4 inch. And it really helps if you have a real nice sharp knife because it'll make this a breeze. If you got a really dull knife, I wouldn't recommend trying to cut these very fast. Take your time, make sure you pace yourself, okay? And the next one. And voila, okay? Take one side off, they're laying flat both ways. And here we go. See this? Pretty simple. Simple. And this is roughly 3 potatoes, and these are small. They're about 6 to 8 inch sweet potatoes. Sometimes you'll find those very huge ones. These are the Georgia sweet potatoes. This is usually the size that these come in. And we have onion, okay? Onions as easy as this. Watch this. Easy as this. Easy, 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 easy. Okay? And all you want to do is julienne. That's going to leave you nice little slices, thin slices. Okay? And we're doing red onion today because red onion's a little forgiving on the heat and spiciness of an onion. It's a little more sweet, just technically. That's why you usually find these in salads and stuff like that. Okay? Also gives some nice vibrant color. We got the Portabella mushrooms. And the reason we're using the Portabella mushroom in the Philly, and that's why I came up with the idea, is this mushroom has the ability to taste very beefy. And if I don't have any steak, and I want it to taste just like meat, and I want to put it in a sandwich, I'll be pretty satisfied with this, especially if I have a beef craving, okay? All right, so I got a hot pan over here. We're gonna go over here, and I'm gonna show you what I'm working with over here. So I take my hot pan off, a little oil, about a couple tablespoons. You see that? All you gotta do is throw your mushrooms in. I throw the mushrooms in first because they're gonna take a little work to get them nice and soft. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw my onions on top. And these are gonna start breaking up. And we're gonna throw these back on the stove and let them come too, okay? You guys see all this? Very important thing about this, when you saute this, salt and pepper. I cannot explain how important that is. That's gonna bring out all the natural sugars in that onion, and it's gonna bring all that caramelization and flavor to your meal. Salt and pepper, I'm adding salt and pepper. Not too much, you don't want it to be salty. Add a little bit more oil for the simple reason that the mushrooms tend to absorb all that oil, and they like to, they soak it up like a sponge. Okay? Now you see this going, it's a pretty hot pan. Keep it moving. And as I just keep babysitting it here, watch it, make sure it's doing good. You see the brown stuff sticking to the pan? That's called glaze. Okay? We're gonna deglaze. They call it glaze because what do you do when you have that syrupy stuff you put on a ham or you put on a piece of chicken when you're grilling? It's made sugar, maybe some citrus sauce. It's a glaze. Well, this is a glaze. It's the natural sugars that are sticking to the pan, and that's flavor and good taste. We're gonna take that off so we don't waste anything, and then get it back onto these vegetables. Okay? You guys follow me with this? Great. Once again, this is going to be another simple one, like the last video we did with the apple cranberry crisp. And if you guys tried that one out, you know this one's going to be foolproof too. I try to make this as simple as possible for you guys, so you guys get all that great flavor, and it's something you can really do at home. Pretty simple. That's the oven. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to pull my bread out and let it sit. Okay. Now when I pull this bread out, it's gonna be pretty hot, so just be careful. It's like a hot potato, okay? But look at that beautiful color. You see that? All right? And I'm not saying you have to bake your own bread at the house. I'm just saying you can buy these, store them in your fridge. Anytime you wanna make a sandwich, you know, like some fresh bread. And I'm gonna show you how great this is, okay? And what I will do is just let it rest, because I don't want to cut it open and dry it out anymore. I want to keep that moisture in it. So just let it rest at room temperature. It'll be ready when we get to it, okay? So now we have all this brown glaze in the pan, and that's all flavor, like I said before, and I want to get this up. I don't want it to stay there. I want it to actually get back into my mushrooms. You see this beefy flavor? Look at that. They look like pieces of meat, almost like skirt steak or flank steak in there, cut up. All right? So I'm going to get that off, and how I'm going to do that is I'm going to add flavor with some Worcestershire sauce. Almost 90% of the people at the house have Worcestershire sitting in the cabinet in the dark, not doing much with it, because we use A1 on our steaks and everything else. But we've needed Worcestershire sauce at least once or twice in some recipe as an additive or some little ingredient. And this, we're going to use it 3 ounces, okay? Now you see that? My pan's clean. It took all that stuff off. If you smell that, it smells so good. Okay? Look at that. And we're going to do the fries here next. And I'm going to show you that because I'm going to let this sit with some cheese on it. And we're going to let it melt so we're ready to scoop it up and put it in our bread. We got the fries cut already. Look at all that. It's time for a little taste. That is super good. Oh my God. When I say super, I mean super. It tastes like I'm eating a piece of meat, kind of. It's like, and it has a great bite to it. And it's all healthy. This is nothing bad in here. Okay? And look at the color on those onions. Red. Okay? So now we're going to take this. I'm going to put it into the corner right here so it's easier for me to scoop. I'm going to lay it all to the side right here. Okay? So I'm just forming my mold for later. And then I'm going to grab my cheese. And you know, I'm a cheesy kind of guy, so I'm going to go 4 slices deep on this guy. All right? Boom. It's hot. It's going to melt. I'll take it off the heat. Let it rest. Okay? That's all we're gonna do. We'll come back, that'll be melted. Let's go do our fries. All right, so we're gonna take our sweet potato fries, and you guys saw those, and these are nice cuts. After I fry these up, I wanna add, you can add salt and pepper. Like I said, they're sweet potatoes, depends on your sweetness and what you like. I wanna add a little cinnamon, brown sugar, and sugar. And usually with that blend, it's equal parts sugars. I do granulated sugar, brown sugar. So if you wanna add a little bit to this, it'll probably be like a teaspoon, and then a pinch of cinnamon. Mix that together and then throw it on your sweet potatoes afterwards. But I already have that blended up over here, and it's very yummy. It's really good stuff. Once again, like I said, you know, equal parts sugars. If I make a big batch of this and keep it around the house, because I use this excessively for different things, for some desserts, especially this time of year, I'll do like a cup of granulated sugar and a cup of brown sugar, and then like a tablespoon of cinnamon. And mix that together with a whisk in a dry bowl, and then put it in a Ziploc bag and save it. And then have it ready on hand, okay? It's really good for stuff like this. We'll go to the fryer right now. We're gonna fry this stuff up, and then we'll be back. We're gonna toss that down there, and then we're gonna plate this up, and you're gonna see how beautiful this is. So we're gonna make our way over here to the fryer. And this is real time. This is not, you know, Food Network. This is in a real live kitchen. We don't have guys back here setting up my station for me. This is everything real. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys this. All right, so I got my fryer here. Drop these guys in there and let them cook. All right? It'll take a few minutes. I'm thinking, I can't really give you a time on it, maybe 4 or 5 minutes. It just depends on how dark you like your sweet potatoes. Some people like them really crispy and dark. Some people like them tender and light. And you want to make sure they're cooked all the way through. So don't pull them out prematurely and just, you know, think they're done. Okay, so we're gonna let these work, and we'll be right back. I'm gonna show you some color on these and show you another point where it's getting close to done. Okay. Good stuff. It's still not ready yet. But that sweetness comes out. Sweet potato fries are awesome. It's a good alternative to regular French fries, just because the sweet potato has a better nutritional value than regular potatoes, especially when you deep fry them. And for those of you guys who work out, sweet potato is really good because it's a good, like I said, a good alternative to regular potatoes if you want to get your carbs. Because you don't want to starve yourself with carbs. You actually want to get those carbs, but just do them in a better manner. Don't, you know, get wheat bread. Don't get white bread. Don't get stuff that's stripped of nutrition and it has no nutritional value. Don't get empty calories. You know, just pick stuff wisely. You can still have fun with your diet, but just when you eat, you know, be creative. That's all. So we have these sweet potatoes, and they're about done. We got about 30 more seconds, and they're gonna be jam up. They're floating, but they're not necessarily done. Not everything that floats in the fryer doesn't mean it's done. You wanna make sure. And what I like to do is just, I grab one out of there, boom, and then I'll check the center. And give it a little bite. Yeah, those guys are done. All right, so mixing bowl. Out fryer into the mixing bowl. A little salt and pepper. Balance out the flavors. Salt and pepper never hurt nobody. Toss that. All right, let's go back here to the brown sugar mix that we got, okay? Let's go. So now we're back. And brown sugar. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Cinnamon mixture. Toss that up. Okay. And grab with your tongs. Bam, look at that. Get some of that. There you go. Look at that. Get some of that. Right? We're not done yet. Now check out our bread. Look at this. Some people like the ends of the bread, some people don't. In my case right here, I'm gonna leave it on and then we're gonna put it together, okay? I'm gonna share. So I'm gonna make 2 servings and then we're gonna go down this side and cut it wide open. Look at that, okay? And I'm sure my buddy Chris is gonna want some, so I'm gonna cut this other guy too. Be careful, don't cut yourself. I got a super sharp knife. And look at that. Look at that inside. You see that? You guys see that? Super doughy. That's, some people like to get fresh bread, don't eat the outside and just eat the middle. I know some people like that. That's the good stuff. All right, so now it's our Portabella Philly stuff. Okay. And like I said, I'm gonna share, so I'm gonna cut this guy down the middle. Just pick it up, put it in there. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. Wow, super good. Okay. Then we have the other one. It's cheesy goodness. Vegetables. And I'm getting extensive with this while I'm showing you guys. It doesn't really take this long. I mean, we've probably been doing this for maybe 10 minutes. You can do this in halftime show, okay, and be done. I hate it when I'm at home and I don't have like a good piece of meat to eat and I'm craving like a steak or I'm craving like a Philly cheese or something like that. This is perfect for that time, especially if you have some Portabellas around. Look at it. You get enough for two, and this might have cost you nothing at the house. You have all this stuff sitting around. It's the whole purpose of this. Making stuff of what you got at the house and being creative with it. Take a look at that. And we're done. That's it. That's all it takes. You get a little more happy, sprinkle more of that sugary stuff on there. Look at it. You don't want to cake it on there, but it's great. It's good eats. We're done here for the evening. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you guys learned something from this. Don't go to the store and buy this stuff. You know, if you have stuff at the house, make it yourself. Give it a try. Everything's gonna be all right. I want you guys to try this at home. Enjoy your football. Playoffs are coming. And this is Executive Chef Rafael Vallejo saying goodbye. Go Falcons.